6 months ago, Dave and I decided that we were going to start working out together. We both needed to get in better shape, and we decided to meet at Fitness 19 every morning. We'd meet there at 7:30 in the morning, and you'd start your day with Dave Bigham walking into the gym, talking to every person that he walked by, the 80-year-old grandpa, the 70-year-old grandmother, the trainer, Judy, Ben, and every person that saw Dave in the morning would smile. I was doing a push-up in the back of the gym. I didn't see him coming. He walked up and slapped me in the butt as hard as he could, and I fell on my face.
Dave is such a friend of our community, and I just see how everybody's rallying around the family and how many people love Dave. I mean, people that don't even know each other, they all feel like they're best friends with Dave. And that's quite a legacy to leave.
Dave had a natural ability for adults, let alone children, would just naturally adhere to Dave and his humor and his smiles. They loved him.
This guy was just a fabulous friend and a great example in life for not just me, but my kids, anybody that touched him, especially the underdogs. And if you guys are out there, you know who we're talking about. But the kids that typically got picked last on the playground, not by Dave. When he was the captain, which he always was, he picked the guys that never would have gotten picked first otherwise. And Dave's team probably won anyway. He didn't need all the high-powered kickball players or whatever they were, or baseball or hockey. But he had a way of propping people up that we're gonna really miss.
We were up at the Duluth hockey tournament, as we always had fun up there. And before one of the games, we needed the girls to get ready and loosened up. So, you know, what does Dave do? He hops in the pool with them and does water aerobics prior to the game. Just whatever is needed, he would go there. And the girls loved it.
I have a ton of funny stories, but all of them have naughty words that I can't say. I don't know, just because when I think of him, I laugh, because every picture I've seen him in, he's smiling.
He was really funny.
What was it he used to say to you?
How's your U10 girls team doing?
He rips on you, but it's all fun and games, and he gets it right back. And he's hilarious. It's hard to describe how funny he is.
First time I took him hunting out in South Dakota, he had never really pheasant hunted before. He had goose hunted and duck hunted and those kinds of things. And so I took him out pheasant hunting, and in the beginning he was having trouble shooting. I mean, he couldn't hit anything. And we'd walk 2 or 3 sections and he was getting frustrated. And we were some guys that didn't really know Biggie that well yet. And anyway, we're walking down this field, and I'm walking next to Biggie, and all of a sudden this pheasant skid up. Biggie shoots twice, misses, throws a gun down on the ground, picks up a rock, and starts throwing rocks at the pheasants. And amazingly, he missed the pheasant. It's the second fastest sport bird to hunt with. He missed a pheasant by that much with a rock. But the other guys that were with us are just like looking over at like, who the hell is this guy? Is he nuts?
We were on a hockey trip in Duluth, and he was a little tipsy, wasn't he? Okay, I thought...
I'm probably going to use it.
I thought he was...
All right, dude, keep telling your story.
And he, like, I heard from a bunch of people, and they were all like, oh yeah, and his dad he went on the fire mantle thing in Duluth, and he went up by the bear and kissed the bear, and everyone got a picture of him up there.
When you know Bigsy's coming over, it's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a pretty funny night. He has good stories, probably some that Mom doesn't need to know. It's pretty funny. The guy that's part kid, part adult.
One thing I remember about Dave is just the hardest working athlete I've ever met. But actually didn't have to work that hard because he was just that good at everything. Ended up working together with Dave, brought me under his wing, and when he had his valve replaced in his heart, I remember he was recovering from that. He couldn't drive. And an afternoon, driving Dave around and getting him in and out of the car, He has a nice trench coat on. He kept clutching his chest. He was as hurt as he was recovering. Go to the restaurant, take him in, sit him in his chair, sit down. Back out of the car, he had to go shopping, go meander around throughout the mall. Guy ends up buying me a pair of shoes, carry him back to the car, get him back in, drive him home, and I look over him at the end of the deal, and I said, you know, I've never felt less masculine in my whole life. And we both just burst out laughing. His chest was hurting. He just couldn't stop laughing. His wife Susan drove him from then on because we figured everyone had been looking at us all day.
The things he'd come up with would just, you know, floor other people, but he just had a way of making them laugh. And you know, I know he loved his family, and it was always about everyone else. It was never about him. He just was so concerned about how you were doing, and you know, he made you feel so good all the time, and that's, you know, a gift that just not many people have.
You meet his family, you meet his mom and dad, and I've known them since the 80s. They're good people, and that's amazing. Just how they're always looking to serve other people and kind of be other focused, and it's just so much who Dave is.
You know, as good an athlete as he was at everything, he was by far a better father and a better husband and a friend than he was an athlete.
His family was first. There was absolutely no doubt. His wife and 2 kids were number one in his life. And it's just great to be around him and be part of his best friend club.
I know he's in a better place, and he's there, you know, smiling at us, and we'll see him again, and he's waiting for us.
You know, God says the first commandment, right? You love God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. And Dave loved his neighbor. I mean, he really was a good man. Everybody was his neighbor, and he loved all of them. And his parents are like that, his siblings are like that, Susan's like that, and his kids will be like that. And that's a legacy, and I hope that the rest of us can, you know, try to leave that same legacy, because it's a good one. And I'm really sad about Dave being gone, because he's my friend, and I really care about him a lot.
Nobody in Minnesota will ever forget Dave Bigham and what he stood for as a person, as a father, and as a friend. He loved his family so much. He loved friends more than anybody. He stood for everything that was right. I love you, buddy.